Hi, my name is Julie Faucett, and I'm a pyramid coach with Bright Futures Early Childhood Council, and I would like to thank them for sponsoring this work. Today, we're going to talk about one problem-solving strategy called using a timer that you can use with your child when your child has a problem. Some of these problems could be, for example, you are trying to make dinner and your child really needs something. They really need a toy off the shelf in the other room and they just can't wait. They want it right now. That would be an example of a good time that you could use a timer for a short period of time in order to help them learn the problem-solving strategy of waiting. Another example might be that you are working on your computer and working from home, let's say right now. You're working on your computer, you're trying to finish up a document or something you're working on, and your child just insists they have to have a drink of water. That would be a great time that you could use this strategy of using a timer, and I'm going to explain how to do that. One other scenario might be, let's say that your child is fighting with their sibling over a toy and they just can't work it out. They're just screaming and having a tussle, and there's a problem. Their problem is that they both want the toy. That would also be a really great time to grab a timer and have them take turns waiting for the toy. So you're going to get one of these pictures of a timer that's in the form of a magnet. So this is a great thing to stick up on your fridge just to remind you that that strategy is available to you, because I know it can get a little confusing or frustrating in the middle of something when your child needs something right this very minute. So this is a great reminder for you just to say, oh yeah, I could use that strategy of getting a timer. And the way you're going to do that, let's say you've had one of the similar scenario or one of the three scenarios that I said before. And so what you're going to do is you're going to show the child the picture of the timer on the fridge. You're going to say, okay, I see you have a problem. Let's use the timer. And you're going to get your timer. This can be any timer. It does not have to be anything fancy. You can use the timer on your phone and just set that. I would suggest either 2 minutes or 4 minutes. For a young child, you don't want them waiting a super long time because you want them to be successful. And young children really, honestly, oftentimes can't wait more than 5 minutes. So I suggest either 2 minutes or 4 minutes for something. And then be sure and honor that. I think when that timer goes off, be sure and do that thing that you promised so they know it's consistent and they can rely on it again the next time. So this is an example of a timer on your phone. You could use the kitchen timer on your stove. There is an app that's free if you really want a cool timer to show your child. That's called Best Sand Timer. It is free and it's kind of fun because it counts down. It looks like sand is going through the hourglass, and then it goes off and dings when it's done after the time that you've put in it. So that's always an example. Timer on your watch, if you wear a watch or a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or something like that. So any timer that you have, sometimes you can find those little sand timers at Dollar Tree. They're usually about a minute. So any timer will do. Don't feel like you have to have a fancy timer at all. And so what you want to do, let's say when your child has a problem, you're going to point to the picture of the timer. And if you don't have a picture of your timer, you could just draw one on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So you're going to choose the amount of time, and then you'll help them when the timer goes off. So this is how it works. Let's say you said it, okay, I see you're having a problem sharing the toy. I'll set the timer for 2 minutes, and in 2 minutes, the timer will go off and you all can trade and your sibling can wait. So you're gonna set the timer. When the timer goes off, you're gonna honor that request that they wanted. And then you wanna give them a high five and say, thanks for waiting. You always wanna praise that behavior again, because the next time they'll remember like, hey, I could get a timer instead of screaming, whining, fighting. So the more you do it, the more they'll remember, hey, I could get a timer. So always give them like a thumbs up or a high five, or just say, nice job waiting, I appreciate that. And that's all you have to do. So there's that. Be sure if you have any questions and reach out to the teacher that sent this to you or to your pyramid model coach. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope that helps. Thanks.